many different varied topics you've addressed with us. And I always appreciate the personal experience and expertise that you bring to bear when speaking with us on those various topics, including today's on meetup.com. The testimonials of how people use them and bringing in our actual guests was a great way of making it very personal. So I like that. I thought it could have helped going through, and I'm going to be a little bit stronger with you because I think of you as being an experienced speaker. So, but I also know that I kind of threw this request on you just in the last week, less than a week ahead of time, asking you to prepare this and bring it to us. Nonetheless, the starting off in the purpose of the speech, I thought was a little bit unclear because I got sidetracked as you went off onto internet searches and things and wondering where's this going to go, and then you brought it right back on track. So that was good, but it did kind of get me wondering, oh, I thought we were going on Meetup. But you brought it back on, but I didn't think that was necessarily the best way to start it off. It is without knowing where the purpose was, where we're going. I don't know if you realize when you're starting, I thought you were initially going to be going off of 1, 2, 3 points, but instead you just held on to that little finger. You like that guy and want to keep him warm. So I think if you review the videos, you'll see that. That's your comfort place. You later let go, and it became part of the general presentation, but every once in a while you go back there, and this little piggy that went to market, he would safe and sound. There's also a tendency, I like the fact that you came out front to talk with all of us. That shows that you're comfortable again with it and engaging the audience. But it's important to recognize where that audience is, and with Mary right in front, and put her right at your back the whole time. So although it's good to go forward to engage everyone, you also need to be sensitive with how that current room is set up. And sometimes that means you might have to step back a little bit so as to allow everyone to have a good view. There's also a tendency as you're speaking, and this might be part of the comfort area, but of rocking. So as you're speaking, there's a tendency to rock, and that's okay a little bit, but that is kind of your default mode. And the last of all my, or not second to last of my observations, one of the transitions as you're going, there's a, as you're thinking about what to do next. And I know I do, we all have our different transitionary things that we do that we need to work on. I throw in the word "and" a lot. And lastly, what several people did is they left the stage. You weren't the only one today that when you're finished, said thank you and sat down. In Toastmasters, we learn never leave this place vacant. The podium doesn't like to be left alone. You always turn it over. Thank you for acknowledging everything that you did and for the work that you've done for us. I appreciate that, and I shall return it to Dennis. Thank you.
This is sweet. I'd now like to introduce Quinn, who is going to